In the Wolverine series, Wolverine was previously fighting an unfamiliar mind controlling entity that had already possessed and killed several people. The entity stole an incubator and an aircraft in an attempt to spread its infection even further, but Wolverine took down that aircraft. The entity then possessed Nick Fury and all the SHIELD agents on the helicarrier and flooded the deck Wolverine was on in an attempt to drown him. As Wolverine struggles to breathe, being submerged in water, he can feel the pain of his lungs deflating. He knows this can kill him, as this is how he killed his son. He wonders if it's fate or karma as he slowly begins to pass out. But luckily, Wolverine is pulled out of the water by SHIELD agents he rescued earlier. As one of the agents approaches Wolverine, he tells the agent not to touch him. But Agent McDougal starts antagonizing Wolverine in an attempt to get him angry. Now this works well as Wolverine bears his claws. She tells Logan that they need Wolverine right now. Whatever this entity is, it's not necessarily trying to kill Wolverine, it's more or less trying to coerce him into becoming its host. Nick Fury appears on one of the monitors as Fury has also been possessed by the entity. He explains how fascinated they are with Wolverine. He says Wolverine is a special kind of specimen, almost something like Bigfoot. But since Wolverine is still not cooperating, they deploy SHIELD Team Namor. These guys are essentially SHIELD's wetwork squadron. Two of the Namor team attempt to tackle Wolverine, while the other one impels one of the SHIELD agents unafflicted by the mind control. Officer McDougal uses a foam suppression gun to immobilize one of them, but Wolverine elbows one of the guys trying to grab him while taking his trident and turning the tables on his comrade. Wolverine begins to choke the shit out of one of the Team Namor guys as he's starting to come to the conclusion that physically knocking the guy out also temporarily knocked out the mind control. Wolverine grabs one of the other guys afflicted by the mind control while beating his ass and hounding him for answers. The guy tells Wolverine the entity views him as a beautiful piece of art, and thus they want Wolverine to join them. But Wolverine is not going for that as he kicks this dude in the ass. Wolverine asks Agent McDougal about SHIELD's tech on this helicarrier as he wants her to pull them into the Microverse, as if they make it to the Microverse, they could come out somewhere else entirely. Wolverine and Agent McDougal use a grappling hook to ascend to a higher level. She explains to Wolverine that they need to rescue her friend who's also a telepath. Luckily, it seems the mind-controlling entity has not figured out how to use telepathy yet. Agent McDougal and Wolverine fashion a device on their wrists that pulls them into the Microverse. But they're terrified to see that whatever this mind-controlling entity is, it has already beaten them to the Microverse. Apparently, they thought Wolverine might do this, so they set all routes in the Microverse to lead to this location. The entity explains it doesn't want to harm Wolverine. It was originally created to be a weapon, but it escaped. And now through infestation, it wants to conquer mankind and bring about world peace. But now that Wolverine has seen the physical manifestation of this creature, Wolverine charges the creature, now viewing it as something he could kill. But the creature charges back, seemingly pinning Wolverine to the ground. But luckily for Wolverine, they reassimilate in normal space on the helicarrier bridge. As a mind-controlled Nick Fury is planning to kill everybody on the ship, his plans are thwarted by Wolverine that seemingly knocks the mind control right out of him. 30 minutes later, Agent McDougal would flood the ship with stun gas and activate the emergency bailing system to get the ship back to the surface. As Wolverine sits with Fury, explaining all the events that just unfolded, Fury is actually stunned that he missed all that. But Wolverine starts coughing as Wolverine seems to be violently sick. Apparently, back when Wolverine was fighting that entity, whatever it did to Wolverine, it seems to have suppressed his healing powers as Wolverine collapses to the ground. As Wolverine lays on the ground, coughing up blood, he wonders to himself why he's not healing. To be continued.